YouTube, welcome to Portugal. 4.5 weeks out, and I thought, let's have a change of scenery. Now, you may be thinking that it would be counterproductive towards prep, but I think the complete opposite. And as you can imagine, traveling on prep, it could be stressful. You got loads of things to think of, but obviously, we're prepared. So in terms of what I've done to make sure I am prepared coming out here is I've just made sure that everything is pretty much kept the same. I'm just in the sunshine. So my routine is the same. I'm working in the mornings like I usually do, doing my cardio, doing my training. Everything's pretty much working at the same time, meal timing's all the same. I've made sure that I've rented a car because Ubers, taxis, they're unreliable. Obviously I need to get back to the gym, get back to the shop. I've also as well, before I left, worked out exactly how much I need in terms of supplements for each day and just simply weighed it out. So we got a protein, we got an intra. I brought a lot of cream of rice because potentially some high days, food has actually gone up and we'll be talking about that later. And I couldn't make a decision on what I wanted. And when I got here, made sure I did a big food shop, got all my usual food sources in. And also as well, before I came, I checked where the gyms are, where I'm going to do my cardio, where I'm going to do my training. So not much has changed. Everything is working beautifully. So in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk you through why we're here, the benefits behind it, give you a little bit of a prep update because there has been some significant changes, and also show you a little bit of a snippet of a chest and back session. And then there will be another video coming where we're going to take you through a full delts and arm session and give you some tips along the way. So let's get stuck into it. A little fresh prep update for you guys from this morning. So things have changed in a way in which I wasn't expecting to. So off the last 2 weeks running high days, what's usually happened is we've done 3 high days back to back and then just returned to our usual rest day diet, usually falls in line with it, and then back into the normal rest day, back into the normal training day diet. And I was expecting the same today. And I was anticipating it, but I actually had my food increased. So both training and rest day, not as a high day or anything like that, actually as just the baseline calories of training day and rest day increasing. So I think rest day actually went from like 200 carbs to something like 350, which is quite a significant increase. So I wasn't expecting it. And at first it was nice because obviously, you know, 200 grams of carb on a rest day, it was challenging in terms of like energy levels more so than anything, not too much hunger, but energy levels. And it was nice having that put in. But then as I kind of got stuck into it and I was like on my second meal, I almost like started feeling, I don't know if the word guilty is the word, like I shouldn't be doing it. Like I should be at this point 4.5 weeks out suffering more, which is a weird thing to say when, you know, obviously the last, 7.5 weeks, it has been a challenge. Like prep is difficult, yeah, and like I've mentioned rest days before, but like going into the rest days and them sucking, and then you have your food increased and you're almost like, I shouldn't actually be doing this. But I know it needs to be done, and if it wasn't done, then I'd be the other way. I'd be saying to Christian that, oh, I'm losing weight too fast now, and like, to be honest with you, last week I was 5 pounds down. Not necessarily too fast for the timeline set, but if that kept going, it would have been too fast at this body composition. So it did need to be done, but I almost felt like I was full after meals, and I'm like, I should not be full. And that may be based off kind of past experiences of prep, but I felt like I should be pushing more. So it's definitely a mental challenge, and I was like, right, I have to message Christian and just like make him aware how I'm feeling. He obviously like set my head straight and you know, said it was needed. But you can see like how challenging mentally each part of prep can be. You know, like food's low and you're kind of wishing it's high. and then food goes up and you're like, it shouldn't be this high, it should be down. So yeah, training day and rest day has actually increased just to kind of like slow the rate of loss down, because like I had 3 high days. The first 2 were 750. The second one was 750 plus 5 squares bars on top, which is about, I don't know, like 850, 880 carbs, and I pretty much stayed the same weight. So obviously going back down all the way down to what we were would have probably been too much. It'd be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. I think that's always now throughout my mind today, is my weight going to go down tomorrow? So you're always kind of like second guessing and thinking what's going on. But I don't think, I didn't expect my prep to go this way. I was like last year I was looking at people having high days, like Christ, I wish I was having them all the time. And now I'm having them, it feels weird. But I don't think Christian expected my prep to go this way either. We're both kind of shocked how it's gone. It's been a very unusual prep, but it's definitely been a good one. And every single call Christian's made so far has worked. And I've no doubt that is absolutely going to continue. So it's just trusting in the process and doing the work. So I guess the question is, why are we in Portugal? And it may seem a bit strange traveling while you're on prep, pretty much 4.5 weeks out, getting close to the show. And I think a lot of hardcore bodybuilders would say you need to be locked in, you need to be in routine. And to be honest, not much has changed since we've come out here. I've worked in the morning like I usually do. I've done my cardio. As you've seen earlier, I've brought all my stuff with me. Everything's just pretty much the same, but the only difference is I'm in the sunshine, and instantly coming out here I feel a lot more relaxed, which is nice. I was a little bit apprehensive about coming out, but since I've been here, like as soon as I stepped off that plane, just instant like more relaxed. And I think that's important, because for myself I can get quite worked up, can look too far in the future, get quite anxious about what's going on in prep. So actually just being able to come out here and chill out and relax and then return and be 4 weeks out, it's pretty good. I think it's going to be huge for me. So in terms of rest days in general though, rest days are something I genuinely do struggle with, both in off season and prep, to be honest with you, but more so in prep. I do really find them a struggle. Now obviously like food is lower, and as you would expect on a rest day after like 3 days of training hard and 2 days of training hard, energy's lower. But I also just find that I just kind of get in a bad place mentally. I don't feel great, and I really struggle to like be in the house. So I've come to Portugal. So when I'm back home, I do really struggle to be in the house, and I just really make sure to actually control what doesn't make me feel great. And I think that's something a lot of people should try and do, is actually start to try and recognize like what doesn't make you feel great, what do you struggle with, and do something about it. Now on prep, like it's almost as if like there's this thing where you're not allowed to do stuff. You have to just be locked in, just eat your food and not have any fun. But something that's been huge for me is actually getting out and doing stuff. So like if it's on a Thursday rest day, obviously I'm still working, but I don't want to be in the house. So the beauty of being an online coach is that I can go and work from anywhere. So I make sure on a rest day that I go out and I do some work, and I work from a coffee shop, because it just makes me feel better mentally. I'm a better person in check-ins. I've got more energy, and I'm not in the house. And I think that the thing I'm struggling with being in the house is obviously with food being lower. You're constantly thinking about food. You're also like just in your own headspace, constantly thinking about how tired you are, etc. And it's just not a good place to be. So and that might not be the case for you. It may be something else, but recognizing what doesn't make you feel great and doing something about it is going to make your life a whole lot easier. And I think it's important to not be in the mindset of like, I have to be this hardcore bodybuilder, I have to suffer, I have to lock in. And then on a Sunday, the rest day, something that's been absolutely huge for myself and both Cleo, because Cleo's on prep too, is actually getting out and doing something together. You can take your food with you. You can have everything you need with you. to still be successful in prep and still go and enjoy, you know. So for us, it's just simple stuff like going to eat your food somewhere else, going down the beach, or, you know, doing an activity like we went to the sauna, or, you know, you could go to the cinema and take your food with you. You could go and play mini golf. I don't know. You could do something that isn't bodybuilding. And I think that's important, is not being bodybuilding all the time. Because let's be honest, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, day in, day out, just being locked in, being in a routine. So having a little break from that routine is going to help you massively in prep. Don't think you have to just be stuck in this, I just have to do the same thing day in, day out, and it is what it is, and this, how I feel is how I feel. Recognize what you're struggling with and do something about it, and it will make prep a whole lot easier. So that is that. That is the end of this video, and that is the end of this trip to Portugal. So we actually filmed the delts and arms session yesterday, but we thought it'd be a great way to wrap up this video all about kind of why we came to Portugal at this point in prep, and what it was for at the end when we're leaving. So we're out for our final morning walk, and honestly, it is without doubt being the best thing I could have done for my prep. I genuinely believe that. Not just my prep, but in terms of how I'm feeling going back into work, into coaching. You know, I haven't had a break from, not necessarily a break, but work's been busy. It's been manic. And I've still worked out here. I've still done everything I'm needed to do. I had consult calls, got some really exciting clients joining the team, kept up with the check-ins, and everyone's flying. But just being able to come away and shut off and maybe just not think about like business as much, and come away and instantly stepping off the plane, I just felt much more relaxed with just everything. So it's just allowed me to chill out, do my work, train, eat some good food, and it's been very productive. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling motivated. I'm actually excited to go back home and get stuck back into all things business, coaching, and finish off this prep in style, which is going to be fun. It's obviously helped because weight has fallen off a cliff again, even with a big increase in calories. So it's been a huge benefit. It's been a huge, huge benefit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, Delts and Arms coming in the next one. Catch you soon.